Isn't that interesting? When we're not feeling well, we might be looking for a remedy out there. We take a tea, we take a medicine. But what about the amazing power that lies within ourselves? In this video, I want to look into that, and in particular, look into the power, the amazing power of your breath. My name is Christoph Glaser, and over the last 20 years, I had the pleasure to work together with my team with more than 500,000 leaders and employees in organizations around the world. Again and again, we realize that we underestimate, in general, the power of the breath. What is the first thing we all do coming to this planet, this amazing moment of the birth? Every mother, every father waits for that cry, isn't it? The baby crying. But actually, the wait for the cry is the wait for the very first breath, breathing in, and then we start crying. And throughout our life, about 20,000 times a day, we keep breathing in and out. Breath is life. In this video, I would like to share with you 4 amazing impacts the breath has on all of us, and some might be surprising you, so stay tuned. Number 1 is the energy. What is your energy level right now, right? We want to have a high energy because it makes us feel good. It makes us feel performant. We start enjoying life. We look at life in a different way when energy is high. So we all have our strategies. Is it a coffee or a tea in the morning? But there is an inner power which might be underestimated, right? To have a good energy, we need to eat, but we can live a couple of days without eating. It's possible. We can also live a couple of days without sleeping, but how long can we live without breathing? A couple of minutes, isn't it? Every morning, or when you meet your colleagues in the office or at home, typically we ask, how was your food today? How did you sleep? But have you ever asked your colleagues at work, good morning, how is your breath? People will be surprised, right? Breath is the most important source of energy. It gives us the oxygen we need, and it is associated with our life force, with pure life force. And doctors would say today that we use just about 40, 50, maximum 70% of our lung capacity. So tapping into the power of the breath means having more energy. Number 2, our ability to focus and concentrate. Our mind is amazing. We can think about the future. We can think about the past, right? You can now be physically in front of the screen, but, well, where's the mind, right? It could be anywhere. And the research has shown that due to the digital working environment and other reasons, the attention span of professionals has reduced dramatically. It is believed that back in 2004, the average attention span, the average time a person was able to focus on a document on the computer was about 150 seconds. Today, we are down to about 44 seconds that we can hold attention. Now, can we force ourselves into being present? It's difficult, but there's a secret. Your breath, my breath, is always in the present moment, isn't it? Can you feel it right now? Can you take a long, deep breath right now? And by bringing the attention of the mind to the breath, which is in the present moment, that pendulum of our mind, right, which goes to the future and past, and when we are stressed very fast and uncontrollable, maybe associated with worry or regret, that pendulum comes to a stop. And that typically feels great, isn't it? It feels great. Many times we also feel happy when we are present, and we can be, well, the best version of ourselves. We can use the capacity, even the cognitive capacities, much better when we are present. So that's actually amazing. And there are very powerful breathing techniques which don't really need much time, and you can improve your ability to be present. And if you would like to learn more about how to use the power of the breath to deal with your emotions, I have linked here a wonderful video about the AAA method. Have a look. Number 3 is the amazing impact, the very direct impact the breath has on our ability to let go and relax. About 40% of Germans report to have difficulties in letting go, in relaxing, even in sleeping. And we all know that a relaxed evening, the ability to just laugh and smile even in difficult times, the ability to take it easy, as we say, is vitally important, but that's difficult if our system cannot relax. And These functions of activity and relaxations, they are governed by the autonomic nervous system. Now, the autonomic nervous system is fantastic because it runs what? Autonomic. But if it runs too fast all the time, if we are worried all the time, if we cannot relax and we don't have a stop button, we have a problem. Scientists have been able to show that the breath is the most efficient way to impact your parasympathetic nervous system. And there are very powerful techniques which help you to build that muscle. So try it out. Typically, you will feel quite a good effect straight from the first session, but it will take you a couple of days or maybe 3-4 weeks to really be able to dive deep. And once you have done that, you will be in control of that switch, which allows you to relax when you really need it. And number 4, and that's amazing, the impact the breath has on our emotions without any doing. Right now, both your and my rhythm of breath mirrors the emotional state we are in. Isn't that incredible? Throughout the day, we experience different emotions, and all the time, the breath will change accordingly. And that, scientists have confirmed, is not a one-way street. Today, we know it is possible to impact our emotions very directly by changing the rhythm of our breath. And there are particular breathing techniques which will allow you to deal with different types of emotions. Isn't that amazing? If you would like to learn more about that, please subscribe to this channel. You can do it here because, quite frankly, we keep on sharing amazing content, quite practical for you to just engage and connect to. So this was a short reflection on the 4 incredibly powerful impacts your breath has on yourself. I hope you enjoyed it and stay tuned.